Hey, 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 Tanya Clarke-Marinelli here, and welcome to the live weekly webinar training, free of course. And today I do not have a big block saying stop broadcast. So I am positive we're live streaming right now. So I did have a little scare, however. I went to go log in and make sure everything was prepared for this kick butt webinar today. And what happens? But I'm redirected. Awesome. I'm redirected to take different steps and I start panicking and it doesn't work and so on and so forth. But then lo and behold, we're here live right now. So really excited about that. Now, you're going to love today's webinar and I'm going to get into that right away. But first, I am drinking a cup of amazing coffee. I love my coffee and I needed it today. Also, this book, who here has read this book? When you attend, when you hop on to watch the webinar, pop in your name and where you're from. Let me know that you're here. At the end of the live week, at the end of the live webinar today, I'm going to quiz you guys and I'm going to give away this book. This book is called I Can Do It from Louise Hay. How to use affirmations to change your life. Now, there's a lot of controversy around affirmations. As far as I'm concerned, affirmations are amazing. Affirmations are simply a thought that you think over and over and over again until it becomes a limiting or an empowering belief, until it becomes a belief of yours that sinks into the subconscious, which is about 90 to 95% of all the thoughts that we think. They're all subconscious, right? But they got there by thinking a thought. Now, once they become subconscious, you just have these beliefs created, and they're all subconscious. They're just They're habits of thought. You don't even know that they're happening. Kind of like when you're driving a car. You don't even know that you're driving the car. You get to your destination, which is 30 minutes away, and what? How the hell did I get here? I don't even remember driving here, and so on and so forth. Okay? That's because it's like a subconscious. Habit is subconscious. So when we were kids growing up, we had all these thoughts, whether they were good or bad. They were just things that we learned from the people around us, meaning to do well, not even knowing that you guys are going to pick up on their actions and their practices and their habits. However, we do, okay? You don't even need to teach a child from the age of infancy to like age 6 or 7 because they just download all this stuff. It's freaking amazing. It's mind-blowing. You don't even need to teach them anything. They're just going to look around and they're going to download everything that they see. That's why I always share modeling success is huge, okay? The best way to inspire anyone around you or your children is by modeling it. They're going to learn or hear more from what you do than what you say. It's really cool. So these affirmations that Louise Hay asks all y'all to, she suggests, she doesn't ask, she suggests, regarding forgiveness, regarding your life, your career, your weight, your health, job success, love and romance. There are some amazing affirmations. So I just hopped onto love and romance and I'll share a few with you. Attracting love and romance. From time to time, I ask those I love, how can I love you more? Okay. So these are just thoughts that you're going to impregnate the mind with. I choose to see clearly with eyes of love, and I love what I see. My partner is the love of my life, and we adore each other. So I'm not just saying it, right? I'm not just saying, yeah, my partner is the love of my life, and we adore each other. No. The secret behind these affirmations is that there is feeling put to, there's feeling combined with the words, okay, with the statement. It's a freaking statement. My partner is the love of my life and we adore each other. And you have to feel it. That's where the law of attraction really, that's what's really important about the law of attraction. You can't just say something, and if you just say it and you get annoyed about saying it, then you're going to create more resentment and more frustration and more resistance around trying to change your life than actually changing your life, than anything positive that you could attract if you put yourself in a state where you can really hone in on those emotions and combine the two. Okay, so that's what's different. That's the controversy against affirmations. So many people are like, affirmations don't work, they don't work, so on and so forth. It's like, yeah, they do, but you're missing a part. You need to find out when the best time of the day is for you to recite your affirmations. You know, your best time of the day. When is the best time of the day? When you first wake up, before you go to bed, midday, just as you put the kids for a nap and you have a moment to relax and you're like, yeah, I feel good. Life is very simple, and what I give out comes back to me. Today, I choose to give love. Find that time of the day that's really going to resonate with you guys and start implementing your affirmations. And you know what? If you guys remind me, I'll give you a few key affirmations for you guys to take home today to begin implementing, all about your career, your business success. Okay? So I see people here. If you could pop in your name, if you're brave enough, pop in your name and where you're from. I would love to tailor today's training around what it is that you guys do. And without further ado, I'm going to go and I'm going to start screen sharing. I'm going to begin this presentation. All I got to say, okay, there it is. I'm like, all I got to say is that I hope it screen shares. And just give it a moment. Now, let's freaking do this. Welcome to the free webinar training, Get Your Money Mindset Makeover. Today, you guys are going to break through your limitations, shatter your negative beliefs, and create a life that you love. Hence what I just finished talking about with these affirmations, okay? So today's webinar is all about what you guys need to know about life coaching. More specifically, what I learned about life coaching that I think you need to know, okay? So today we're going to talk about the difference between coaching and therapy or other mental health support. And what I learned in my coaching certifications that I feel like it's really important that you guys need to know, and the secret about life coaching. Now you might be wondering, am I in the right place? You are in the right place if you're a life coach, consultant, mentor, healer, direct sales, online sales, you name it. You know what? I'm going to go as far as to say, if you're a yoga instructor, a fitness instructor, anyone that requires, anyone that is mentoring another person, modeling that success, remember? If you're modeling the success and mentoring and consulting, and you're in a fitness facility, fitness practice, whatever the case is, you have people under you looking at you for guidance, okay? They're depending on you for guidance. Help me through this. And when you're, this is, you know, let me know if this resonates with you. But when I was training, I used to do CrossFit. And when I was training, many times they had this ongoing joke of, oh, you're Tanyaing a workout, you're Tanyaing a workout. And what that meant was that you've pushed yourself so far that you're now in tears. I would cry many times while I was training because I was pushing myself so freaking hard. But what I found out was that I was in such a vulnerable state. I would work my ass off and I'd work so hard that I worked myself to the core, and all my emotions would come up. All of my emotions would come up. And I would really look to my fitness instructor or my CrossFit coach to mentor me and help me through these really vulnerable states. So if you're a fitness instructor, a yoga instructor, whatever the case is, what I share with you guys today in this webinar, I want you to take Write it down and really put into use and practice in your businesses, okay? Because in all of these, life coaching, consult, mentor, healers, direct sales, online sales, you're going to have people under you who require inspiring, or maybe they have visibility blocks. Maybe, I'm involved in direct sales. I'm with Nucerity. I love it because it's an all-natural skin product. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm pushing 40 and I'm all about skincare products, especially if they're natural. That's all I'm going to put on my face is natural stuff, because I really am concerned about the toxins that go into my body. So you got people under you, and it's your job to inspire them and get them visible in order for people to even know that you're out there. If people don't know, if people don't see you, if you're not being visible, people don't know you're out there, they're not going to buy from you. Your direct sales business is going to make no money. All right. So if you're in any of these, occupations, any of these businesses, you're in the right place. Now, a little bit about my programs. They've been featured on TV stations, local radio, local newspapers, written up on my programs. And this is the Empowering Kids Alternative Learning Center and Forest School opening September 2017. And this is all basically the stuff that I'm teaching you guys as adults. We incorporate all this teaching along with emotional intelligence and so much more into this program for kids. So they grow up learning this information and it's not freaking foreign to them. Okay, guys? So I'm also the creator of the Shift Your Money Mindset to Create the Freedom That You Deserve Today, Invest in Yourself online program. I am also the host of the Empowering You and Your Children radio show. This guy, Dan King Conduit, comes on the show every month. He's due either Monday or next Monday. I'll have to check my schedule. But he comes on once a month. Guys, he charges a fair amount. He's like, it's not that much, Tanya, but it's a fair amount. It's an investment. But the shit that he shares with you guys is freaking true and real and meant for you. And you guys get an opportunity to ask him your questions for free every month on my radio show. A couple weeks ago, we had Ms. Beth Martins, a local life coach, business coach, and she shared with us, I saved my life with archetypes. So October 17th, she was on the show and she talked all about archetypes and what they were. And she's, I was hanging off her every word. It was amazing. So we have amazing guests like that on the show every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I also have a couple of signature talks, overcoming negative self-talk. Guys, this is huge. If you have any subconscious blocks, because what I say, 95% of all the thoughts become habit and are subconscious thoughts. 90 to 95% of your thoughts are subconscious. So you need to know how to tap into them and how to change your thoughts in order to assist you in experiencing success in every single friggin' area of your life. Now, I also have a signature talk, the most important ingredient for your child's success, emotional intelligence. Hop on over to empoweringkidsprogram.com. Download that free training. It's there. I put it together on webinar, just like I am now. It's there. Download it, watch it, implement it in your home, in your classroom, in your daycare. Guys, this is life-changing stuff here. Also, I do workshops. I spoke for Manitoba mentors in high schools, all about being a successful Aboriginal entrepreneur. I've traveled Manitoba teaching these youth workshops. Love doing it. And I also love teaching this information to mentors of youth. Okay, so if you are a mentor for youth, then this is a really powerful program. Connect with me. Now, why do I do what I do? Because I love being around my kids, okay? And I love honoring what it is that I want to do. So I love to travel. In fact, I just got back, 2 days ago from my very first 14 or 15-hour road trip one way. with my two boys. We were gone for 5 days, but it was amazing. We drove out to Alberta. We visited some beautiful family, and I just felt amazing because we did this together. I had, number one, the freedom to do it. I had, number two, I was following my passions and honoring their schooling, right? Because it was all about education, but yet we were being together and honoring our relationships and just our time together. And it was cool, and I love doing things like that. This is us in Puerto Vallarta and Los Cabos, and yes, that's one thing that we love to do is travel. And this is my adorable daughter. I love taking her on mother-daughter days. Our one-on-one time is a little bit different than it is with the younger ones. She's 21, and those are powerful. And if I couldn't generate the freedom and income doing what it is that I love to do, I wouldn't be able to do that because I'm a single mama, guys. Also, I love to travel. I travel without my kids. This year so far, I've been to Laguna Beach twice. And a few other places, but I love to travel on my own. And when I travel, it's always to have a freaking amazing time, but also network, because business is my life. And oh yeah, I play guitar, I like to sing, I like to incorporate my kids there, and I love to travel different little coffee shops around town. So let me just scooch on over here. Hey, Jamie, welcome. So let's just get into it. What is life coaching and how is it different from other mental health care support? So I'm going to get, like I said, straight into it. This is the stuff that if you don't have a coaching certification, you may not know, but you also may know. But this is the stuff that I learned that I really feel compelled to share with you guys. Now, what's life coaching and how is it different from mental health and care support, such as therapy and counseling? Well, life coaching focuses on present and future, all right? It also is designed to, 1, find out where you are in life. 2, where you want to be. 3, how to get there. We also, life coaches, a big part of our job is to assist your clients in setting goals and attainable action steps. So the main goal of life coaching is to empower people and facilitate a self-discovery that brings more joy and fulfillment to one's life. And mental health care is to support people with mental health symptoms, psychiatric diagnoses, challenges, behavioral patterns that impair their ability to function. And I mean, the list goes on, okay? There is an absolute freaking need for mental health care supporters. It's amazing. So those are the differences. Now, life coaching also differs from mentoring and consulting. Mentoring is when you advise, okay? Consulting, again, is giving expert advice. You're probably thinking, okay, all good, Tanya, but why the hell do I need to know this? It's really important to understand the distinctions of what coaching is and isn't, so you can provide the best coaching services possible for your clients. And I'm going to get into it even deeper in a minute. So what I learned in my coaching certifications that you guys need to know is, 1, life coaching is more about listening than talking. Absolutely. And why? 2, because when you listen, you're able to ask those powerful questions that really guide your client through a self-discovery, okay? The power of asking great questions. What was really cool about this is that, okay, so last night I did this live stream, and I'm actually going to flip on over and look at you guys for a minute. So last night I did this live stream. I got off the call like a jam-packed afternoon and evening full of amazing clients, coaching clients. And they freaking inspired me. And all evening I was talking to these clients about my beautiful clients about coaching and the importance of, you know, life coaching and the differences and the powerful questions, and specifically listing off what questions to ask that are going to invoke that self-discovery from within. And I said, the cool thing is that, you know, I do a lot of business coaching. I help coaches, healers, consultants build their online businesses. So it's a lot of advising, okay, and sharing of information and experiences and things like that. But I'm also trained in life coaching, and that's where I began. And when I'm working with kids, and then I also have to kind of take or put my coaching hat on when I'm doing the business coaching, right? Because people experience severe blocks. And so I was really inspired last night when we were talking about all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, these guys, people need to know this. The big important difference between consulting, mentoring, and life coaching is that it's all about listening. It's all about listening really intently and then knowing, you know, which questions to ask to invoke that self-discovery, because that's when shift happens. That is when ultimate shift happens. You might be sitting there going, I know the answer to your question. I know exactly what you need to do. You know, you're listening to them talk through our coaching conversation, and you're going, I have the answer for you, and you cannot wait until they stop talking, because then you're going to be like, ah, here's my answer. But that's not how life coaching works, guys. How life coaching works is like, yeah, you know the answer because you have like a lot of experience in life coaching, and you've more than likely experienced the same conversation before. So great, take that information and then tailor it to your questions. Ask the right questions that are going to invoke the answer from within your client. Does that make sense? So the cool thing is that I went to Toastmasters this morning, and the very first speaker talked about, remember last week on the webinar, if you guys attended the webinar, we talked about the importance of storytelling and the neuroscience behind it and how it triggers the amygdala and so on and so forth. And that's like the emotions, right? The heart, the connection, the emotions to the storytelling. And this morning, the first speaker gets up and she's like, starts talking about how listening is more important than talking. And I was like, oh my God, how fitting is this? This is what I'm talking about today. And so it was really, when I see, oh, and serendipity was the word of the day. When I see serendipitous moments like that, and I get to take part in it and experience that, I'm like, confirmation, Tanya, you're on the right track. People need to hear what you're saying, and so on and so forth. So whether you're listening to this live on YouTube where you can't chat with me, or listening to the recording, you're meant to hear this. It's not a coincidence. So I love when those moments happen because it's like confirmation, and I'm just kind of dancing in my head while trying to behave professionally. Anyways, so I'm going to flip back over. Oh, I got to screen share first before I flip back over. All right. Now, and the third thing is setting goals and action steps. Here's the thing. When you listen intently, when you listen very carefully and you ask those questions, and they're, you know, discovering all of these important things that they want to put in place, when they, let's back up, find out where they are, where they want to be, and how to get there, and vocalize that. Goal setting and action steps are freaking amazing, okay? Absolutely amazing. People need help, accountability, assistance, and support when they set goals. You attach a date to it, you know, Brian Tracy, a goal. I always butcher this quote. I've been saying this quote for the last 6 years, and I always butcher it because I should really look it up and stamp it on my arm. But Brian Tracy says that a goal in written form with a date attached to it and then you tell someone is 80% more likely to happen. And it's so true. And think about it. Let's say that you have a goal to open your own coaching practice. Great. That is a fantastic goal. Let's do this. Connect with me after the webinar. But you need little goals. You need to take action. You got to write down all the action steps that need to be taken in order to achieve that goal. So in essence, all these little action steps, click, 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 are little mini goals to get to your big, big goal. Okay, and that is a job of a life coach, to help facilitate that for your client. And now here's the cool thing, guys. The secret about coaching, coaches see their clients as creative, resourceful, and whole. What does this mean? Hold on here. What does this mean? Coaches see their clients as creative, resourceful, and whole. Hold on here. I'm going to look at you guys. Just going to take a sip of my coffee. Now, this is what that means. And this is what inspired the video last night and the direction of this webinar today. Is that I'm on the call with a client yesterday, and not just one, 3. And they're talking about their coaching and consulting. And there's some nervousness around, and I can relate to this because I experienced the same thing, and sometimes I still do, around, you know, if I didn't experience exactly what my client's experiencing, how am I going to know how to quote unquote advise them? Or how am I going to know how to quote unquote help them? How am I going to know how to guide them? And here's the freeing thing and the amazing thing and the secret that y'all need to know when you're coaching is that your clients already have all the answers that they need within themselves. You here on the webinar listening to this already have all the information that you guys require to create a successful business, to do what it is that you love, to achieve goals in any area of your life. You guys already have all that information within you, all of you. Your job as the coach is not to freaking know, because nobody can experience the same thing as someone. Even if you guys have experienced a very similar event, it's always going to be different. You're never going to know, right? So the really cool thing is to create skill around asking the questions, because it's not your job to know or give the answers to. It's your job to ask the questions that bring out that infinite knowledge that your client already has. Just bring it up to the surface, and boom, that is where shift, transformation, and change begins to happen. That is the cool and freeing thing about life coaching. Life coaches got to become extremely skilled in powerful questions and listening. Listening. Coaching is all about listening. And another thing that is really important to be aware of is at the beginning of this little training, I shared with you guys the differences between mental health care or whatever, support, and coaching, and the difference between consulting and mentoring, but more so the difference between mental health support and coaching. And that's because you guys got to get really clear on that, because when you're coaching, it's our responsibility. If you see that there might be something little that requires a little bit more support in the mental health area, it's our responsibility and our job to refer that client on, okay? Coaching is so much different than therapy or counseling or mental health support. It's that much different, okay? So Now, the interesting thing is that many times people will go to therapy and counseling when what they really need is coaching, okay? What they really need is coaching. Now, with counseling and therapy, that is designed to go and dig into the past, okay? And there's so much around it that unless I have the book in front of me to read it to you guys, I won't quote anything. But it's so much different than coaching, because coaching is really designed for those who are stuck, not dealing with diagnoses or severe depression or anything like that. Okay? That is our job to recognize and refer on. Okay? Recognize and refer on. Absolutely continue coaching them. But it's our responsibility and our duty to refer our clients on. So that's really, really key that I want you all to know about. Now, any questions in regards to that? I see there's quite a few of you guys on the line. I know you like to be quiet, and that's okay. But at the same time, if you're in direct sales, if you're in direct sales, if you are in consulting, maybe you're coaching in nutrition. That's how I started out my coaching business, in holistic nutrition, whatever the case is. Ask me your questions, okay? I will help you tailor that practice right here, right now. Ask me your questions. And plus, you guys are going to need to speak up anyway if you guys want to get this book sent to your house. So I'm going to give you guys just another minute, and then I have a lot more to share with you guys. No? Fine. Here's one more thing I'm going to share with you guys. If you're currently coaching, if you're a fitness instructor, if you're a holistic nutrition coach, a nutrition coach, can you hear my kids laughing in the back? If you're in direct sales, whatever the case is, and you hop on a call with your client, here's my invitation to you. Always begin the call with the celebration. You know, there are some coaches who describe it as, what's a success that you experienced since the last time we chatted? You know, share with me some of the successes that you've experienced. Even if you're in direct sales and you get this, you know, this person under you and on your leg or right leg, I don't know how it works, and they get on the call with you, it's like, hey, how are you? Awesome. So what are you celebrating? What's one success that you had in the company or even in your life? If they can't think of any successes in the company, ask them, what are you celebrating in your life right now? You really want to raise the vibration of your conversation together. You really want to make it a positive experience. You really want to dictate the energy of that call or meeting, okay? Always begin everything off with a celebration, okay? Always. And then before you end the call or you end the training or you're at the end of your session, always ask, what is your biggest takeaway from today? Because many times we can get off the phone and be like, that was okay. That was, you know, and then move on with our day and forget half of what we said. But when you're asked to reflect back on the time that you spent together, then they're invited to reflect back on, okay, what did I learn today? What am I taking away? And when they reflect back like that, then they see the value in either that call, that motivational call, that session, that you know, coaching session, that meeting, whatever the case is. All right. This is really key for corporations too. If you have employees under you, if you have a business like a local healing business and you have employees under you, when they come in for the day, it's like, hey, how's it going? What's new and amazing in your life? And dictate it too. And if they, you know, begin to talk about things that are completely negative and not healthy to talk about, not vibrating high, then let them know. No, pause, stop. You know, you can make a little joke or something like that, but let them know, no, man, I asked you what's awesome, what's exciting, and what's going amazing in your life right now. Not what are you complaining about today. You know, make it as fun and joke around with it as possible, but it's up to you guys to dictate your environment. You can totally model that for everybody around you, right? Awesome. So you guys are really, really quiet. Hold on there. I got a ton of messages here. I think you guys are probably like, what is she doing? Checking her phone. But many times some people comment on the webinars because they can't get on to the call. So, or to comment on Facebook because they can't get onto the webinar. Anyways, let me hop on back and I'm going to show you guys what happens when people show up for themselves, when people invest in life coaching, when people invest in business coaching, when people invest in finding out where they are, where they want to be, setting goals, and taking action on actually getting to where it is that they want to be, okay? I'm going to show you what happens. It's freaking cool. It is oh so cool. Now, when you seek out life coaching, check out some of the amazing things that can happen. Meet Loomis Carey, one of my clients. Some of the improvements that she's seen in her life are her relationships have improved. She's attracting more money into her life, more opportunities, which is a huge success for her, and her confidence level has skyrocketed. Miss Morgan, she's created her consulting practice website, began her modules all within 60 days of beginning the programs, and she is working through clients. Miss Sherry Selly, okay? Let me tell you, give you a little bit of background on this lady. If you guys haven't seen her on Facebook, you've been living under a rock. If you guys don't know who Sherry Selly is, find her on Facebook, Google her, check out her website, freaking amazing. She is the creator of Tribe Meditation here locally in Winnipeg. She's looking to expand it. She's actually working on it, expanding it globally. And I'm super excited to be working alongside with her, helping her, mentoring her, coaching her through that. And she's also the author of the upcoming book 402. Now, here's the cool thing about Sherry. She goes ahead, she gets involved in direct sales. She quits her daytime job because she finds out she's amazing at marketing. Online marketing is her thing. It comes naturally to her, and all the information that she requires for online marketing is within. She hops on to direct sales. She markets, a product that she absolutely believes in. She was the first one to bring this particular product here to Winnipeg and then grew it all over the city. She was making $8,000 a month. But then, regardless of the amount of money she was earning, she felt unfulfilled, empty, not motivated, you name it. She left. She quit. She was done. She was just, I need to find more meaning in my life. And what she found was meditation. Meditation really helped with her anxiety. It helped with, an autoimmune disease that she has, and so on and so forth. And she experienced so much success from this meditation that she created Tribe Meditation. And for it's going on its 5th month, completely sold out events, 50, 60 women coming every month to this event. And she created this weekly course that she teaches in person, which soon to be global, and sold out weekly meditations. And it's more than meditation, but you got to go check out her website every single week. So how freaking cool is that? You're making the money that you want to be making, and then, oh my God, I am exhausted, unfulfilled, depleted, unhappy, right? What's the secret to life, guys? Happiness. So check her out. Her upcoming book, 402, is I've heard bits and pieces of it, and from what I heard, you guys, it's friggin' amazing. Can't wait to read the entire thing. So that's what can happen when you invest in you. In 4 months, she's not even had her 5th month yet, completely sold out, honoring what it is that she wants to do. Here's little Miss Jen. Jen's a yoga teacher. She's a kids yoga teacher, to be more specific. And before I tell you exactly where she teaches her kids yoga, listen to her story. Jen, 7 or 8 months ago, was in a corporate job. Great benefits, great paying job, single parent to her 2 children. She had security coming out of her ass, but she was unfulfilled. You see the pattern here? She didn't feel good. She wasn't happy. She didn't get to spend the time that she wanted to spend with her children, and so on and so forth. She has a love for yoga. She's been teaching yoga. She has so many other certifications that, she's got a list on her website. So since working with me, when we first met, and this was before she started working with me, we met at this spiritual parenting workshop. It was amazing. Go to my website, investinyourselfcourse.com, watch her testimonial video. It will bring you to tears. But the day before she met me, she resigned, and she just trusted in God, divine, the universe, that it was going to all work out for her. And then we met, and then she started working with me. She's now taken her yoga. She teaches kids yoga. She's now taken that. She's teaching kids yoga in schools. Okay. That is a big part of her income, is that she gets to teach this stuff in schools. Every morning she drives her kids to school. Every afternoon she gets to pick them up. Not only that, she gets to teach yoga in both of her kids' schools. So I'm totally celebrating her. I always celebrate her. And this is something that can happen when you show up for you, when you honor that inner voice, that inner calling from within. Remember, you guys all have infinite knowledge. You guys all have everything that you guys need to know within. All you need to do is learn to recognize it and honor it and let it come out. Once you honor it and you make the decision that this is what I'm going to do, I'm totally going to honor my passions, do what it is that I love, be with the people that I love, and then the universe, God, source, divinity is definitely going to assist you in making that happen. Congratulations, Jen. Some more of what my clients are saying. I've made twice my investment back in 60 days. I've been sitting on my About page for 2 years, and within 30 days of signing up, done. So I'm having so much fun building my business. So not only is it fun, they're skyrocketing, okay? So if you're sitting, your About story is the story that you share with your ideal clients. There's a specific way to write it. There's a specific way to communicate your story to those who are awake at 3 o'clock in the morning looking for somebody to help them. Okay, that is why your story is so important to, it's so important for you to share your story, because those people who can't sleep at night are looking for you. Okay, so imagine sitting on your story for 2 years, then investing in you, signing up, and within 30 days, it's done. You're able to communicate that story with your ideal client, and they're like, oh my God, I've been waiting 2 years for you, right? That's how important your story is. So, and that's how important investing in yourself is, and taking the leap and having somebody hold you accountable in order to make this happen, right? That's how important it is. So I've had more out of 6 sessions with Tanya than 6 months of personal counseling. Okay, that's an example of coaching was absolutely what she required rather than counseling. Many times us as coaches, remember I was saying, it's our job to see those signs and refer them when needed. But in this case, she required coaching, and that's what she got. So I'm still buzzing and excited about the program 2 months after starting. I went full-time in my business 3 months before I was scheduled with Tanya's help. Example, skyrocket, right? Skyrocket your success. Now, my program is specifically designed to find out where you are in life, where you want to be, and exactly how to get there. And you know what the cool thing is? I wrote these 3 steps down like 4 years ago. And 3 years ago, when I began teaching this specific course, Investing in Yourself course, I had these 3 steps written down, and that's what I based my coaching program on. Well, if you guys have never heard of T. Harv Eckert, he is the author of Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. Amazing book. If you haven't read it, get your butt over to Amazon, get the book, go to chapters, whatever. Get the book, amazing book, download the Audible, whatever. So I'm watching his webinars just like you guys are watching mine today. And the entire webinar was based on where you are in life, where you want to be, and exactly how to get there. And I was like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. I'm teaching the same thing in my program for the last 3 years. I've written it down 4 years ago that this millionaire is teaching in his freaking program, and that's the secret to how the hell you get anywhere in life. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I was so pumped and even more confident about my program in the fact that it shifts your life than I ever was. I was so celebrating that. So what is the Invest in Yourself program? It includes 10 amazing modules, bonus section, worksheets, weekly Q&A calls, monthly one-on-one calls, a private Facebook page, an amazing community of support, recommended readings, recommended watchings, you name it, even a bonuses section, okay? Whenever I have kick-ass material and I'm like, oh my God, I can't fit it into one of the modules, here, put it in the bonus section, put it in the bonus section. So it's quite amazing. Module 1 is designed to, like I said, find out where you're at. Module 2 is mastering habits. Remember, 90 to 95%, depending on who you're listening to, of our of all of our thoughts are subconscious, and those are all habits. Okay, so we have habits. 90, 95% of all of our thoughts are transformed into habits. Okay, and so we got to master those. Module 3, fear, ego, and resistance, because that's what's going to keep you small. No matter where you are in life or what your next level is, where you are in your journey, you will always, always, always experience fear, ego, and resistance. Tony Robbins, he's been doing this for almost 40 years. 30? No, almost 40 years. Do you think he doesn't experience fear, ego, and resistance? No, he absolutely does. However, he's got the tools to deal with it, and he's able to recognize it, just like all of you guys can. Module 5, radical honesty. Got to get radically honest with where it is that you are in your life, what it is that you guys want, and what it is that's blocking you, okay? And we do a lot of subconscious work here. Module 6, feminine and masculine energy, huge. Module 7, money mindset. Module 8, creating your online business step by step. Let's do this. Create the modules, create your website, exactly the wording to use, assistance in writing your kick-ass story that's going to relate to your ideal clients. Module 9, time management. We all need that, because the end result of this Invest in Yourself course is to create a program that is so time efficient that you have more than enough time with your family, friends, and you time. Module 10, life coaching, okay? And we just covered some really important key parts of life coaching, but there's a lot more training within the modules. So how do you apply? Here's the thing. Today, I'm gifting everybody here on the webinar, anybody listening to the replay, let me know that you watched this life coaching webinar, and then go on over to my website, investinyourselfcourse.com, hover over the home key, the home button, click on apply. Apply there. I'm going to gift you a 60-minute call with me. Through half that call, I'm going to help you in any area of your business or even your life, because I do life coaching. Okay, I don't just do the business coaching. I do life coaching as well. And I'm going to gift you like 60-minute call, 30 minutes of, you know what, just kick-ass content that you're going to take and implement in your life. And then you and I, if you're interested in working with me through the program, through life coaching, through this specific build your business, you know, get your money mindset makeover and build your online business to create your 6-figure year, then that's when we'll talk about it. But that's my gift to everybody here today, because it takes balls to show up and invest in a full 60 minutes in your future. And not only that, we got to figure out if our energies match up. So after that 30 minutes of talking to each other, we're going to know whether or not we align. Okay. And how to do that again is investinyourselfcourse.com. Now I'm going to go back and look at you all. My throat is killing me because I'm talking that much. However, I'm just going to celebrate each and every one of you guys for showing up live, for being here. I'm celebrating you guys for either watching me live on YouTube or showing up to the replay. But the fact is that I'm celebrating you, okay? Take everything that I shared with you guys today. I invested thousands and thousands of dollars into my life coaching certifications, into my mentoring certification, and or mentoring certifications. And I just, you know, these are the really important key parts of my certifications that I took away and that I feel like really would be helpful, because when you listen, you know which questions to ask. And when you ask the right questions, you create such a shift, or you assist and facilitate in your client creating such a shift, because they're doing it. They're the ones showing up, right? But you assist and facilitate them in such a shift that it is going to transform or completely change their lives. It is an entire shift that one feels when they discover something on their own rather than somebody else just telling them. So it's all about listening, knowing which questions to ask, and then celebrating the shit out of your clients. So thank you guys for joining me today. I know the chat bar is working because Jamie popped in, but if you guys are listening to the recording, the very first person that emails me is going to get this book. And what I'm going to ask you guys is, what am I going to ask you guys? What are the 3 main areas that is focused on when life coaching? Step 1, step 2, step 3. And when you email me that, personal message me that, text me, you name it, whatever, I'll gift you this book that completely changed my life when my husband and I first separated 3 years ago. I listened to this daily, read it daily, you name it. But this is what held me through that transition in my life. So again, investinyourselfcourse.com. If you're here listening to the recording or live, my gift to you, 60-minute call with me, and apply any area in your life, investinyourselfcourse.com. Have a kick-ass day, guys. The sun is shining. My backyard is covered in leaves. I'm going to go do something about that. But I'll talk to you later.